Volker. I'm the corporate sales executive, former CEO for Flexcom America, former CEO for Flexcom Eastern Europe, and hello to everybody. Hi Ian, hi Graham, Stuart, Wayne, and the other guys. Good that you made it. Another outstandingly hot day today. Everything is going crazy here in Las Vegas at the moment because of international crisis that we have with ISIS. So we are flying out to Washington, D.C., hopefully tomorrow, but I have been assured that the security checks will be outrageous for us. So this is a situation in Las Vegas. We have another hot day. Welcome to all the guests from today's show. I will give you like a 35-minute update and information, business information about Flexcom International. And I want to start with very simple questions for yourself. Why? Because if you are looking at a new program, if you look at a new company, you don't only have to monitor what they have to offer, but you have to find out, even if they succeed or when they succeed, is the marketplace big enough? And that's why answer yourself those questions like, have you already spent some money today? I mean, if the answer is yes, raise your hand. I cannot see it, but I can feel it. Or will you go shopping this week? I know we got Thursday night, or Wednesday night today, sorry. So most likely you have to buy some groceries or fill up gas or maybe go to the hair salon like I do, hopefully on the weekend. Or you will spend some money for the last 13, 14 days of this month. If the answers on those questions is yes, then it's very simple for myself to tell you this is our marketplace. We are talking about the marketplace that's considered the real life. Whatever people purchase and buy anyways is our marketplace. And that's why if we succeed, and we are doing so at the moment globally, then you know that the marketplace is big enough for yourself. And as always, there was somebody that had a crazy good idea or a crazy good vision. And to have a vision, you need the visionary. And the vision was, in this case, imagine 30, 40 years ago when the plastic cards really hyped and really had their success run throughout the world. Imagine you would have been able to issue a Visa, Master, Diners Club, American Express, or whatever kind of credit card to people. And you would have been overriding just maybe with 1 cent or 2 cents per transaction for the last 20, 30, 40 years. That would have been an outstandingly nice business. But unfortunately, only banks had the chance and the power to issue those cards to their customers. So, well, what if you would have the chance now to be a bank nowadays, 2014, September 17th, and you will not hand out a money spending card, but you will give people an up-to-date, very slick mobile commerce solution, and you give them a money earning application as the only application probably on their smartphone that will bring them money while they use them. And if you want to talk about smartphones, if we talk about people or communication, we have to see that the trading or our shopping behaviors have drastically changed over the last 30, 40 years. You know, we all know those small corner shops, the backbones of every country's economy. Why? Because 60% of all the people employed in the country are working for those small and mid-sized merchants. We all know them, that this mom and pops have been the place for the housewomen, so for the chief executive officer of the household back in the 70s or 60s. They had a little jet on. They heard some rumors and gossips. They had this personal approach with the business owner. Those things have changed. In the 80s, the supermarkets popped up. And starting with 2000, those big, huge shopping malls just appeared. Why? Because this shopping became a happening for the whole family. I mean, if I go, I have two beautiful little daughters, age 3.5 and 2. If I go shopping to a shopping mall, I mean, my wifey is blowing the money. That's as normal. Gentlemen, you will follow what I was just saying. I'm sitting down and trying to have a beer so I can actually not suffer too much from this situation that she's blowing the money, and the kids are just playing meanwhile in a protected kids area. So in a shopping mall, this became a happening. But you know, when it's really foggy outside, especially also in the UK, or winter comes, or here in Vegas, extremely hot, People don't want to leave their house because of heat or snow or fog, whatever, and they just want to sit at home and order some things through Amazon or eBay or some other huge forums or platforms and get the product maybe for the same price or even cheaper, delivered for free to their house. And that's why electronic e-commerce really became a big industry. But I'm telling you what, whatever you think about e-commerce will be topped by this little powerhouse, which is a mobile device. And this little powerhouse has more steam behind it than a computer of the NASA back in the 80s. And this powerhouse is at any time with us in a purse or in a jacket or wherever, because this is taking over so many functions for us, being the alarm clock, being our secretary, being our social media platform around lunch break, being our distraction video channel with YouTube, doing so many things on this little electronic device. It's a shame, and I think the smartphones will become smarter in the future and not dumber. And that's why mobile commerce is going to be the future technology and the future payment method for all the human beings on this planet. And we are talking about being the first mover as Flexcom International in this mobile commerce market. And why have we chosen to become a really up-to-date, state-of-the-art techie company? Well, it's very easy because the combination of shopping behaviors and how people talk to each other have changed in such a rapid, fast way that only those people that have future visions will sustain and survive this entering into this new mobile commerce market. Just to give you one proof of what I've just said, if you wanted to reach out to 50 million people, it would have taken you with the old-fashioned, old traditional radio around 38 years. 38 years. With the television, only 13 years. But look down to your left. With social medias, like Facebook's, LinkedIn's, whatever you're using, you can reach out to 200 million people per year. And with applications, and I know that all of you have applications on your smartphones, you can actually reach out to 1 billion people in less than 9 months. That's why the application industry itself is a huge market with a lot of commissions that being paid out. I mean, just imagine, like when was it, like 3, 4, 5, 6 months ago when Facebook bought WhatsApp? Don't you think that Facebook can make this little tiny application themselves? Why do you think they bought WhatsApp for $19 billion? Because WhatsApp has 650 million customers. So the customer nowadays is what uh, attracts those big boxes. So don't you think that they could have made this themselves? Just make your own opinion. They bought 650 million customers. Skype was sold to Microsoft for more than $7 billion. You know why? Because Skype has something like 550 million email addresses, nothing else. Because some Skype names are Mickey Mouse or Donald Duck, whatever. So people want customers because customers are power. And if we talk about customers and becoming the largest private shopping community on the planet, which we are now at the moment already while we are speaking, I mean, I'm speaking, you're listening, we have invented something that nobody ever has thought of before or done. Why? Because it's a massive project. I mean, it's really huge. And the goal was to have something so big, and we need people that can back up this big vision. And like not even 18 months ago, Flexcom International didn't have a single office building in Europe. All we had was one office in Turkey. We started in Turkey as our test market because Turkey has a young population. They really love smartphones. They really love mobile commerce and shopping. That's why we tested it in Turkey. But 18 months ago, we had not a single other office in Europe or globally. Now look at this. We have our office or our company structure made with an international holding. The mother holding is located in Switzerland at the Lake Bodensee. You can see it here next to the orange bar. Then you see a little bit down there the Flexcom Europe LLC that's located in Munich in the 5th and 6th floor in a AAA area. I'm currently sitting at the Flexcom North America, so Flexcom America headquarters outside of Las Vegas, like I can see the strip from here, from my office building. It's like yeah, 10, 12, 13 minutes driving distance. And we have plenty of support centers in Panama, Trinidad, France, UK, Austria, Hungary, the Netherlands, that make us really to a global player in this industry. And although that we have been founded only 4 years ago, we already have marketed more than 50,000, because it's an old presentation, 50,000 own developed and own invented point of sale terminals, so POS systems. And for that fast growth mode, we have received several awards: the fastest growing company 2011, the best product innovation 2012 and 2013, or the first mover in mobile commerce. And because we're touching different segments of business, we had to find a new creation of a name for what we are doing, actually. And that's why we are the innovator of flex commerce. And we are really proud of this. We are working currently, I don't even know, in maybe 20, 25 countries, because if you look into your back office as an existing partner, you can see new countries being opened every single day, like Scandinavia was on our menu the last couple of weeks. So we're constantly expanding. We're constantly getting new countries that see this business opportunity for their customers, for their merchants, and of course for their sales representatives. Our goal is actually based on two different things: to become the largest private shopping community. But let's make one step back. Just imagine you could use wherever you're listening in now to, from Bristol, London, Liverpool, Manchester, Birmingham, maybe other cities from Europe or from the UK. Maybe imagine that you could use an application or a card in your whole city. No matter where you go, to which small merchant you walk into, you will receive discount from every single merchant. And now imagine you could use this card not only in your city, but in whole England, or the whole Great Britain area, like Ireland, Scotland, England, or in whole Europe. Or as a final step, had. And the vision number two that we are currently working on is to become the biggest charity foundation for kids. Why kids? Because those are the only group of people that cannot defend themselves. And they have no choice in which country they're born or which family they're born into. And that's why we want to support those that have no chance to defend themselves. So our goal is that we also become the largest charity organization for kids globally. And we will help and leave some legacy, not only by donating money, but also creating some substance, hospitals, schools, educational points, whatever. We want to leave some substance legacy for the kids. This is our two main goals as Flexcom. And what I just told you now, you will see again on this slide now, that until now, different loyalty programs that you're part of. Why? Because small merchants, or also big merchants, the big boxes, have to give you a discount anyways to maintain their customer base. Not talking about to attract new customers, but for maintaining, they need to give discount. This is what they already know. Maybe in a very unprofessional way, like pizza places. If you have 10 stamps on your pizza pass, then the 11th pizza is for free. That's why we said, let's get rid of all these points or bags or soccer balls or Coca-Cola glasses that you get. Let's give people what they really want: cash, or starting with October as an option, gold, because gold is the most stable currency since 5,000 years, and it will be your option to choose between receiving cash, so collecting cash on your application, or collecting physical gold that will be stored for you in a warehouse in Switzerland for European customers. But you can have the gold at any time. So once you hit the 1 gram bar size, because it's just the smallest gold bar that we can send to you, you can of course have this gold bar being sent to your house. So you have the option for every milk, every bread, every ham, every cheese, every time you go to a hair salon, for whatever you do as a normal British person, that you will receive from now on discounts, flex money on your card, but this is old style, or on your application. And you will be very able very soon be able to spend, so to redeem also this flex money in your country or Europe-wide or then globally. We will start with this program in the States that you can redeem flex money maybe a little shorter before European guys can do this because we have to wait for the bank license or this money transmitter license in Europe. In the States, we have solved this problem already with a lot of efforts, energy, a lot of sweat, blood, and pain. But finally, we have been there. That's why our American partners are really excited about the possibility to not only collect, but also to redeem their flex dollars, or how we call them, Flexcom discounts here. See, I'm learning because I have a compliance coach here in the United States, because you have to watch out for whatever you say. Ian, you know what I'm talking about. So on stage, we have to watch out what we say to stay compliant. So just imagine that you have a product in hand that will benefit every customer for giving him discounts, so a rebate on his application that he would not have received before, but now he receives it, that he can spend very soon than in other shops, other Flexcom shops. How many people you would share this application with if you would know that if they use it, you will make a financial override on this transaction for a lifetime? 10, 50, 100, like in this case, I think you would share it with every single person that you know, with every single person that goes shopping, because you will financially override their future purchases, no matter where they're going to make these purchases, in your home city, in your home country, or in Europe, or in Africa, Asia, and the States, wherever we will have Flexcom shops in the very near future. And as I told you, we're working currently in, I think, more than 25 countries active. And if somebody says, but well, how can I tag in 1,000 customers? I mean, I know 250 people, but 1,000 is too much. Well, we brought a third party into the Flexcom circle. So we have the sales representatives, our business partners that share the vision and share the program and roll out with us. We have the customers that benefit using the application. And now we will bring in the small merchant himself, because the small merchant has what? He has already regular customers that he has been building up for the last maybe 5 years or 20 or 50 years, depends on how old his business is, first generation, second generation, and so on. And those merchants will help you to create a larger customer base. Why should they do that? Very easily, because merchants will benefit from these customers as well. I give an example. If I'm a hair salon, I only make money if Ian Driscoll comes to my hair salon and I cut his hair. He gives me, I don't know, 8 pounds, 10 pounds, 15 pounds, and then he's leaving. If I would tag Ian Driscoll, your honorable superstar country manager, if I would take him in as a customer of Flexcom, because I'm a Flexcom merchant, and he would leave the shop to go to a restaurant, to a bakery, a butchery, a clothing shop, or to a gas station, I would start for the first time to make money on the other expenses that Ian Driscoll has to do to survive as a human being. Why? Because I gave him the product. I shared my application with him. And if he uses then the application, he got it from me, no matter where he does this globally, I will financially benefit from this by just simply sharing the application with him. So we reward people for sharing a product that's for free for the customer. And in this case, if you have merchants, like in this case, 6 merchants that have together maybe 6,000 customers, you will roundish get 1% of the customer's expenses. So in this case, if a customer spends 100 euros or pounds or dollars, whatever, per month for his daily needs, and you have 6,000 customers, you will get around 1% per customer. That means €1 per customer. In this case, 6,000 customers times €1. You would receive a residual income of 6,000 euros per month. Now you can say, how should this work? Well, first of all, your region has to be covered with a lot of merchants, because it won't help you if you have one gas station and one bakery and one butchery in London, because people will say, well, Ian, Volker, I don't want to drive 6 miles, 10 miles to get my bread, or I don't want to drive 15 miles to the next gas station. I'd rather go to my gas station that I've gone to anyways the last couple of years. But imagine that all the shops that you regularly visit at the moment, just everybody close their eyes for a second. I'm going to, this is my favorite restaurant. this is my hair salon, this is my sun studio, this is my fitness gym, this is my favorite winery, this is my favorite whatever. If you think if they would be part of Flexcom, I mean, you would continue to go there, but even with a smile on your face, because you would know for the things that you have to buy anyways, you would starting from now to get money back. And this is the plan of Flexcom. So the money is spent anyways. That's why the only thing that Flexcom does is if you spend some money in an old-fashioned way with cash pounds or with a credit card, anyways, you pay a merchant. In this split second, Flexcom comes and takes whatever the merchant agreed on with us to give us as a discount. Maybe 10%, maybe 8%, maybe 20%. Whatever the merchant is giving to Flexcom, we will split up in a split second. 50% of whatever the merchant is giving to us goes back to the customer in a split second. So if it gives us 100 euro, for example, in this example, 100 euro purchase, 10% total discount that he gives to Flexcom, so 10 euros, 50%, 5 euros would go straight to the customer. And those 5 euros or 5 pounds or 5 US dollars, always national currency, can be used then very, very soon in Europe at another merchant's place. And this is how Flexcom works. The other 50% will be split up between the company Flexcom itself. Of course, we have to get some money for developing all the software, hardware solutions, and so on. And for the support team, this is you, ladies and gentlemen, that tag in the merchant. And of course, the merchant itself, because we also pay the merchant. So we pay the merchant and the DMR, so the direct marketing representative, a matching fund allocation. So they get the same commissions, and 50% at any time go to the customer live on his application. Many, many more tools are there for the merchant, which will be explained in other workshops. But let me put it this way. A merchant will get the chance, if he becomes a partner of Flexcom, to maintain his customer base, to get new customers into his shop. Why? Because once he's activated, people will see him in the application. All the customers globally will see him. And thirdly, once he has signed up or tagged in his regular customers from Bristol, from wherever, that always come to his shop, he will start financially overriding their future purchases in other shops. And he can inform customer about his own services and products with his live video mailing system and many, many other things to come. But trust me, guys, we have something to offer that nobody else can offer. We offer a turnkey mobile commerce solution for small and medium-sized business owners. We offer a turnkey mobile commerce solution for a small and medium business size owner. And this is something that only Flexcom can do at the moment. That's why we will support and help them to make this entry into this new mobile commerce age, because you could have been a huge company, like imagine Kodak or Polaroid, like in the last 15 years. They were not respecting the internet or e-commerce. That's why Kodak is not existing anymore. Kodak was one of the top 10 companies in the United States because they were refusing to accept that the internet or online business is the future. And if you refuse to accept that mobile commerce and the mobile payments, like Apple does it now, is the future, then you will not have a future. As easy and as simple as that. So what if, once more, that 40 years ago, you would have had the chance, like the B and the M card, to really deliver or issue a money spending card to your friends. But you didn't have this chance, but now you have it. You can have now this bank status of 40 years ago by simply sharing our application with all the people that you know. And in combination with the usage of our terminal, we will identify you as the person that issued the card and your customer using the card or the application. And that's why you will make a financial fortune with this, maybe not in the next 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months, but as soon as we have enough coverage of merchants in your city. This is the terminal. This is what it normally costs, 699 euros, or the equivalent in British pounds. In the States, it costs $950. So I know that this is a normal tablet, so that the hardware is not the expensive part. But if you buy a Mac or if you buy a iPhone, you don't pay for the hardware. You pay for the software solution that's in this, for the functionality, for the user, yeah, for the easy usage of the smartphone. This is what you pay for, and it's the same with us here. So the hardware is the cheapest part of it, but the software and the turnkey solutions that in the software are the ones that make this package so valuable. If you haven't been a partner yet of Flexcom, if you said, I was sitting on the sideline, was watching the development of Flexcom, well, keep on sitting. But for those of you that want to act and not to react in the future, I have an offer for you. And our business opportunity has something prepared for all the financial capabilities that you might have at the moment or financial resources. And what we do is we provide you with a certain kit. I mean, you will see another newsletter going out that will offer you a very, very special promotion that will be valid for the next 30 days. So let's maybe talk about this promotion that's valid for the next 30 days. You will be able to receive one terminal and 1,000 personalized QR codes that comes along on marketing collateral templates that we have prepared for you with a marketing agency that you will be able to hand out to customers. And of course, this terminal you can place in merchants of your choice. So go to the most frequented place with a lot of traffic in your city and tell them, hey, I'm coming to your place for the last 5 or 7 years. I want to give you the hottest loyalty program off the planet that's working in the States, in Vegas, or in Washington, D.C., or in Paris, Rome, London. And that's why, but you will read all the details in the newsletter that will be issued or sent out, I think, Thursday night, European time, or Friday morning. But you have several options, and you can discuss those options, how to become a business partner of Flexcom by talking and getting the information about all the details with the guest or with the person that invited you to become a guest of today's show, and they will explain you in detailed form financial overriding situations. Of course, you have at any time a chance to rank advance because we have a hybrid compensation in our company. So we actually pay you on your own efforts. So if you place a terminal yourself, or if you tag in a merchant yourself, or if you refer this business to others that want to do the same in your city or in different cities or even in different countries or even globally. And that's why the more sales volume that you have in your organization, the higher and the sooner you will rank advance to even higher positions where you will receive a more percentage on the same transaction. For some people, this is fair. For some people, this is unfair. But it's like the fact, I mean, if you do more, you get paid more. If you perform better, you get paid better. I mean, as easy as that. And I've been an athlete all through my life, and that's why I like this sportive approach Flexcom have. If you don't do nothing, guess what? You will get none. If you do a little bit, you will get paid above average. But if you do a lot, you will get handsomely rewarded for a lifetime. Because never forget, whatever activity you set at the moment, we will pay you residual income on this activity. Why? Because if a customer that you have tagged in personally or through a merchant is continuously going to shop something, you will get financially rewarded for this one. So one-time effort, residual income, a lifetime. And this is what Flexcom is all about. You have many, many other possibilities. In this case, talking about building up an organization. What if you are convinced that Flexcom is the future? Why wouldn't you tell everybody that you know to do the same what you're doing? And in this case, if you have 16 partners, maybe in the UK, maybe in Europe, maybe globally, if they do the same what you do to actually sign up 10 merchants each, maybe you have then after 12 months, after 24 months, maybe after 6 months, 60,000 customers because of all the merchants connected in your organization. Maybe they are not your direct customers or your direct merchants because they have been signed up from your team partners. So maybe you don't get $1 or €1 or a British pound per customer. Maybe it's just 20 cents. But guess what? If you have 60,000 customers, like in this case, it's still 12,000 euros or pounds or dollars per month. And if you have 600,000 customers, I mean, you can do the math. And this is why I'm so attracted and why I'm so into this business, because I don't know the limit. And it's so much fun if you don't know your limits. It can be one customer a lifetime. It can be 100 million that I build up with my organization. Why? Who is deciding that? It's myself and my own efforts. How many people do I invite to become a business partner by inviting them first for a business information session like now? It's your own efforts. I know one thing as a fact. People will go shopping to survive. I mean, they will continuously purchase bread, butter, milk, ham. If they have a car, they will most likely have to refill gas. So I don't have to call him like, Ian, come on, man, it's Wednesday, eat something. I think Ian is adult enough to do this by himself, and Leslie as well. And I will not call Stuart or Wayne like, guys, man, if you drive from London to Birmingham, fill up gas. They know this fact because we are human beings. And that's a good thing about this. So we're not talking about this old traditional network or multi-level marketing company where you have to call people, hey man, out to ship, I need your money. No, 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 no. You can call them like milk. Come on, man, it's weekend. They know what they're doing. And that's why once you have a customer, once the customer has plenty of options to do the purchases that he needs in Flexcom shops in your area. So once your regional market and your local market is covered, you will make money. The more shops, the more money, because then the more money can be spent from your customers that you have tagged in, or your merchant, or your team partners. And we reward people that do a lot. So for some, this seems to be unreachable, the car or the stack of money that you see here, or the watch, whatever. But it's just a number of daily activities. And you can make a cash bonus between $500 and 1 million. This is the million net nobody has reached so far, not even myself, which I'm still really pissed about. But I was working as a corporate executive to build up and make the United States legally compliant because I was in a good way. Trust me, guys. But it's not all about the money. It's about doing something good with things that people have to do anyways by just benefiting all participating parties, the sales representative, the customer, and the merchant. Everybody benefits from the program. And this is why we attract so many people from the merchant side or also from the networking side that want to join our program globally. And our vision together is, and then we're almost at the end, or we are at the end, ladies and gentlemen, our vision is until 2016, so in the next 2 years, to attract more than 50 million merchants and implement them into our platform and have together 1 billion customers. I mean, Facebook has done this in the last 8 or 9 years, but what is Facebook? People are sharing nonsense. I mean, all through the day. They don't get paid for this. When you start sharing now something, the application from Flexcom, then you will get paid for this every single time the person that you have referred this product to will use it. And this is this residual income possibility without any limits. And if we have 1 billion customers, even before that, we will be the largest charity organization for kids on the planet anyways. And this is our motivation because we are blessed people. We have healthy kids. Hopefully all of you have healthy kids. We can choose what to eat. We can choose what to dress. We can choose where to go on the weekend. But only because we can do so, it doesn't mean that everybody has this decision to do the same. And that's why let's just stick together and let's really make a difference starting from now. Maybe for the first time in our lives, let's leave some legacy for those who can't defend themselves by simply getting the small merchants together, telling them about the benefits, telling some team partners that they should do the same in your market or in other countries or globally, and tell customers like, hey, Mr. Driscoll, if you use this application, you will get rewarded every single time if you do so. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, it was a pleasure. 30 minutes, we're right on time. To have been able to give you maybe the first time, if you have been a totally and completely new guest, maybe the first-hand information about Flexcom International. I had a lot of fun because every time and every single time I talk about our vision, about our concept, about our rollout philosophy, I get goosebumps because I know that we are not in a vision mode anymore because we are in mission mode, and this is totally different. We are rolling out this program in the United States of America as well as in Europe, in Panama as well as in the Caribbean, in Kenya as well as in the Russian countries. So we are working globally, and we are already the largest private shopping community on the planet. And that's why if you haven't been tagged in as a rep so far, really consider it because we are moving. It's the right time because in October we will start with something totally new that the world hasn't seen before, and that's why say thank you to your guests or to your people that invited you to become a guest today because they did something good to you and they took away one excuse. Never ever you will be able to say, well, I listened into a webinar on September 17th, 2014. I didn't believe this guy from Austria that was sitting in Vegas at this time. And 2 years later, you will see this big, big, big company, the global brand Flexcom, saying we have just reached the 1 billion customer barrier and we are the largest shopping community slash charity organization on the planet. Ladies and gentlemen, get back to your people that invited you. Make a decision, yes or no, but make one for your own God's sake. It was my pleasure talking to you. I wish you an outstandingly nice and enjoyable night in the UK with your families. I will see you next week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday in Croydon, Birmingham, and in Croydon again. I'm looking forward to doing so and have a great rest of the night. Have a great week. Get active. Let's do something together. Let's leave some legacy. God bless you and greetings from Las Vegas. Good night, everybody.